Hi everyone, it's Leona with Leona's Designs. Welcome. I'm here with week 51 of the Slow Stitch with K3N, and this week we're working on something that K3N called grid journaling. And basically what it is she made 4 little squares on a patch of fabric and then just kind of collaged different scraps of fabric on each square, not really making a pattern, just taking whatever piece you might want to pick up or happen to grab and just stitching it down and maybe turning it every so often to see how it might look, adding maybe some buttons and some ribbon and a little couching. Just kind of a fun exercise in collaging, and it's called grid journaling, just making little different squares of slow stitch. So I gathered a few of my Christmas fabrics since it's very close to Christmas, and I have these different little scraps of Christmas cloth that I've saved from last year, and I thought, why not use them since it's so close to Christmas? I have this ribbon, Christmas ribbon, some pretty buttons here, and I've got some red and white thread and a piece of lace. So my plan is I drew out these little 2-inch squares with a template, and I'm going to go stitch around each one in red, and then I'm going to start placing just a little scrap of fabric layered in each square, and then stitch it down, and we'll see what we get in these little 4 squares. So I think it'll be fun. I'm going to start now just doing some running stitch around each one of these little squares, and we'll get going. So I hope everybody's having a good day. I hope everyone's healthy and happy, and if you're celebrating Christmas, that you're able and well to spend it with friends and family, or however you might do that. I am getting ready to go. Ooh, guess I took too many stitches there. I'm getting ready to go to my granddaughter's for Christmas this year. It's her first time of hosting Christmas, and she got married last year, and her husband wanted to host Christmas at their new home this year, so our whole family's going to be there on Christmas Day. So we're all looking forward to that. And my little great-granddaughter will be there. So my granddaughter came and wrapped all my Christmas presents yesterday. She has been doing that for quite a few years. Ever since she was young, she loved wrapping presents. So she would come and wrap all my presents every year, which I'm very glad for because I really don't enjoy wrapping presents. So we're getting close to the end of the year, I think. It's one more week, or maybe 2 more weeks of this Slow Stitch with K3N. And then I'm not sure if I'm going to do any of her projects next year. I have to look into it. I have things in mind that I want to do on my own channel, so I'm not sure how much time I'm going to have. But it's been a fun experience. I'm really glad I did this. I just love looking at my journal and seeing all the things I've created this year as part of this project. And I've learned quite a bit about slow stitch and stitching art. So it's been a great year. Okay, so I've got one little grid done, and I'm just going to continue going around and doing the other ones, and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back, and I've got all this little squares stitched, and I'm just thinking I would like to maybe put one piece of each scrap in each square. But some of these scraps are just kind of really tiny, so not sure how that's going to work. But I'm going to start out with this blue snowflake, and we'll see if each square can get a piece of that. I'm not going to cut all the shapes the same size or the same way. Like this one, I'm going to make into a triangle. But I want each square to look different. So I'm just going to cut now this piece in half. And I'm going to snip that little piece off. And put that there. And put this here. I think for now. And then, what do I want to put now? Some green. I think I'll use this green. Just do a stripe of this. In a triangle, maybe right there. So there's just really no rhyme or reason. It's just cutting little snips and pieces and putting them in randomly just to see what you get. I think I'm going to put this one here. No, as my little great-granddaughter says, no. I'll put it there. I'll put this little snippet right here. All right, what else have we got here? Some of this pretty white starry material. Put that there. After I get everything laid out like I want it, I'm going to go back and glue the little pieces in. Just to hold them down so I can stitch. And right here. And now I think it needs some red. this or this or this, but it's not very big. Oh, that's cute. Maybe I'll make an exception and have one piece that's different on each one. Let's see, do I have another red one? This. And I think a piece of this. Cut just that piece right there. Hopefully that will fit. Excuse me. Don't really like this. I want to use this red. So I'm going to use that. There. I think it looks very Christmassy. So I'm going to start gluing these down, and then I'll just slow stitch over them with some, probably just some straight stitches. And if I don't get them all back in the same order, it's okay, because we're not supposed to be making a pattern. We're just supposed to be doing random. Which is hard for me to do because I always like to have a purpose in my work. I've cut this off a little bit. Whoops. Should have just took them all off and I'm getting glue on my fingers, and now it's not sticking down right. Uh-oh, where'd my piece go? My little star piece. What did I do with it? Oh, here it is. Just jumped over there. Okay. Little glue here. Put that there. And I think this went in the middle. Just like that. And then this went down here. So I'm going to take all these pieces off and glue them. And if I don't get them exactly back the way they were, it's okay. And I probably won't. But that's all right. Because this is supposed to be fun. And It's kind of interesting to see what you get at the end. And so far it's fun. Okay, so I'm going to do these two and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got them all glued down and I think they look really cute. They look like little Christmas presents to me. So I'm just going to go in now and try to stitch down each piece with this white embroidery floss. And just make a few stitches here and there. Just to hold it all together. Just randomly stitching. Probably just do running stitch, maybe some French knots. Just random, maybe seed stitches, back stitches. I don't know if I'll do any fancy stitches, but I could. Could do some fly stitches. I like that stitch. I think it looks pretty cool. I think I'll do some overcast stitches right here. Or I could do the blanket stitch again. That might look pretty. Ouch. Ooh. Just poked myself. And it's drawing blood. So I better go put something on this. And I will be back. Okay, I'm back. Just a minor injury. But I always do like to stop and put some alcohol on it and get the bleeding to stop. Just because I don't want to take a chance getting infection. Had an infection in my toe. Got cellulitis in it because my toenails were clipped by someone who clipped them too short and caused the injury, so that was not fun. So I don't like to take any chances. You never know what kind of germs are on the tip of your needle. And I want to stay healthy. Getting ready to go to the Pittock Mansion again tomorrow with my granddaughter and her husband. I went there a couple weeks ago with my other granddaughter and her husband and my great-granddaughter. So now this granddaughter wanted to go, so we made plans to go again. Looking forward to that. I think I mentioned in a video a couple weeks ago that I was there, and I'm not sure if I said they had a special display about the wife, Eugenia, and all the things she did for Portland, but I was surprised to see that Susan B. Anthony and Abigail Scott Duniway had been guests at the mansion. Apparently, Eugenia, even though she wasn't a big part of the suffrage movement, she did host suffrage ladies and, of course, supported the suffrage movement. So I was excited to see that. And hopefully it will be another beautiful day here in the Pacific Northwest. It's supposed to rain, but hopefully it won't be raining while we're there. So we can walk the grounds again and see Mount Hood. Oh no, I got a nut. No nuts. Come out, come out. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna get it out. Well, I'm just gonna leave it, and it can be part of my little collage here. I'm just gonna stitch right through it and act like it was part of the plan. That's what I used to do when I decorated cakes. If I had a mishap, I would have to have a plan B and just make the mishap part of the decoration. Because you never knew, something could always go wrong. So you always had to have a backup plan, especially for wedding cakes. You didn't really want to ruin anybody's wedding cake. And there were a few times when it was a little bit sketchy. Especially if it was a hot summer day and very humid. And the frosting started to run. I think I'm going to do some French knots in here. Oh, my thread's not long enough, so I better not. Better wait till I have a longer thread. I hope I'm in camera. Just going to do a few little straight stitches down this one. And just continue stitching all over. I will do some French knots when I get a piece of thread that's a little bit longer. But for right now, I'm just going to continue doing running stitch and seed stitch. Maybe when this thread, white thread runs out, I will get some more red thread. And stitch with that. sure. Oh, I do have some buttons that I might put on. And I'm not sure if I'm going to use the ribbon or the lace. But I always do love making collages. And I've made a lot of paper collage with magazine images. I'm hoping next year on my channel to start doing a collaged bird every month, because I love creating birds and I love collaging, so I'm hoping to do that. So if you really like birds, you might want to subscribe to my channel if you already haven't. And if you are subscribed, I hope you like birds. If you'd like to see me do something else, let me know in the comments. I do like flowers and hearts and little houses. So anything that's cute and artsy, I'm up for trying. I'm hoping to do hoping my next project will be creating a little gratitude journal to start using next year, because every day I try to write down one thing that's been a blessing in my day. And I want to have a little journal to start doing that. So I'm hoping to have that be my next journal project. So if you're interested in that, be watching for that video. It should be coming out maybe next week. So I'm going to tie this off at the back, and I'll be back after I stitch down all the rest of these. Okay, well, I got all the little blocks stitched down. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I did some French knots here and some fly stitch. Did a little overcast stitch here. I did some darning here with the weaving stitch, and mostly just running stitch and seed stitch. But it's all stitched down. I think it looks really cute. I was going to add buttons in a couple of them, but I don't think it really needs it. And I had this little piece of ribbon I was going to put here, which would be cute, but I don't think I need it. If I do, I'll go back and do it. But I'm going to call it done for right now. It was fun doing this grid stitching. I hope I inspired you to maybe try it. See what you can come up with your various scraps. And thanks for watching. I hope you have a great Christmas. I probably won't see you in a video again until after Christmas. So I hope you have great holidays and lots of happy times with your family and friends, or however you celebrate Christmas, if you do. If you don't, I hope you have a great day in whatever you're doing or wherever you are. And I'm blessed to have you as my subscribers and my followers, and I appreciate every one of you. So have a great evening, great day, wherever you are, and I hope to see you next week. Bye-bye.